Imagine, it's nighttime. The sky is dark and silent. Suddenly, some top astronomers from Harvard make a shocking announcement. They say a mysterious space object named 3I/ATLAS is heading straight for Mars. NASA is thrown into a frenzy. The question is this just an ordinary asteroid, or is there a deeper mystery behind it? Scientists say that if 3I/ATLAS collides with Mars, the impact will be so powerful that it could disrupt the balance of our solar system. But the real fear is this. The information NASA has provided so far about this collision seems incomplete. Some even believe that the real truth is being hidden. Why is NASA so worried? Is there some secret on Mars that is being hidden from the world? Or is 3I/ATLAS some alien technology sending us a message? All of this is mind-boggling, and the suspense makes this story even more dangerous. Be sure to watch this video until the end to learn the full truth. And yes, if you enjoy this world of space and mystery, subscribe to the channel, like, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. The story of 3I/ATLAS begins a few years ago, when astronomers first spotted it in the deep darkness of space. Initially, it was just a tiny dot, faintly glowing in space telescopes. No one imagined it would become such a huge mystery. It was first detected by the ATLAS, Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System telescope, which is why it got its name, ATLAS. But the 3I in its name is even more interesting. 3I stands for Third Interstellar Object, meaning the third object to come from outside our solar system. Only two interstellar objects had been observed before, Oumuamua and 2I/Borisov. This means that 3I/ATLAS is a guest of our galaxy, likely roaming space for billions of years. When scientists first tracked it, they were quite confused. NASA's initial report simply described it as an asteroid. But as new data came in, things became more mysterious. Its speed was so high that many scientists couldn't believe it. It wasn't moving slowly like normal asteroids, but instead hurtling through space as if it had been deliberately launched. Its trajectory was also strange. Normally, asteroids follow the gravity of a planet or the sun, but 3I/ATLAS's path was completely different, as if it was moving around for some unknown purpose. Its size is also surprising. At first, scientists thought it might be a small rock, but as the images became clearer, they realized it was as large as a small mountain. Strange patterns and shapes began to appear on its surface, which did not look like anything natural. Some areas were extremely bright, while others were completely dark, as if it were made of metal or alien technology. Many experts say that it shows features that are not found on any ordinary asteroid. Gradually, it became clear that 3I/ATLAS was no ordinary space object. Its speed, size, and path, all of these made it unique. Two groups even emerged within NASA. One group believed it was simply an interstellar asteroid, while the other believed it could be a signal from an alien civilization or perhaps an ancient alien ship roaming our galaxy. And this is where the biggest suspense lies. The things it is doing, no ordinary asteroid could do. The question now arises, what exactly is 3I/ATLAS? Another mystery of space, or a truth that will change humanity forever? The first warning about 3I/ATLAS came from renowned scientists at Harvard University. These scientists included Professor Alan Robbins, Dr. Julia Martin, and Dr. Peter Collin. They have been studying space objects for years and are constantly monitoring the movements in the sky. When they observed 3I/ATLAS's speed and direction, they immediately realized it was no ordinary event. Initially, they thought it was simply an interstellar object, but soon realized the matter was much more serious. The Harvard team collected data continuously for several weeks. They analyzed information from various telescopes and space observatories. Gradually, a pattern emerged that surprised everyone. 3I/ATLAS's speed was changing every few days, and its direction was also changing suddenly. This is not typical of ordinary asteroids. Space objects typically remain stable in their path and speed, but this one was doing exactly the opposite. This led scientists to believe that it either possessed some strange natural force or was being controlled by technology. When the Harvard scientists sent this data to NASA, some officials initially ignored it, believing it was a simple calculation error. But when the Harvard team demonstrated their evidence along with a live simulation, NASA officials were stunned. They discovered that if 3I/ATLAS continued at its current trajectory and speed, it would be directly on the path of Mars within a few months. This information was so shocking that NASA immediately called an emergency meeting. Many secret meetings were held between NASA and Harvard scientists. Only a select few attended these meetings. Several times, Harvard scientists tried to tell the public the truth, but NASA stopped them. They argued that if this news were suddenly released, it would spread panic among the public and cause worldwide panic. The Harvard scientists felt it was wrong to hide the truth, but under pressure from NASA, they were forced to remain silent. Now the question on everyone's mind is why NASA suddenly issued such a warning and hid the truth from the public. Are they trying to understand the true mystery of this object themselves, or do they have evidence that could shake the world? Is NASA even ready to tell us the truth, or will this story remain shrouded in darkness forever? Mars has always been a center of fascination for humanity. In recent years, several major missions have been launched to Mars. NASA sent rovers like Curiosity, Perseverance, and Spirit to Mars, providing valuable information about its surface, soil, and atmosphere. These missions returned high-quality images of Mars, revealing the existence of water and the possibility of life in the past. This is why Mars has always been a mysterious planet for scientists. India also entered the fray. ISRO launched the Mangalyaan mission in 2014, a historic success despite a very low budget. Mangalyaan not only sent back significant images of Mars, but also placed India among the select few countries to successfully launch a mission to Mars on its first attempt. This demonstrated that the capabilities to understand and reach Mars are not limited to major nations, but also to countries like India. Mars is special to scientists because it is the closest planet to Earth, where the possibility of life is considered the highest. If humans were to settle on another planet in the future, Mars would be the first choice. Furthermore, the strange rocks, mountains, and dried-up rivers and streams on Mars indicate that there may have once been an entire civilization there. Photos from Mars have often revealed strange structures that appear unnatural. This further fuels the suspicion that there may already be a mysterious base or secret location there. Social media platforms like Reddit and Twitter are also rife with discussions about Mars. Some claim that NASA possesses images that have never been released to the public. Others believe that a secret human base already exists on Mars, where secret projects are being carried out. While these speculations may not be proven, they only fuel further mystique. Perhaps Mars holds a secret that will shake humanity. If this truth ever comes to light, it will change the way we understand the entire universe and prove that we are not alone in this universe. When Harvard scientists submitted the 3I/ATLAS data to NASA immediately began running simulations on its most advanced computer systems. The purpose of these simulations was to understand the future, direction of 3I/ATLAS, and its potential impact on Mars. Data was continuously fed in for several days, and thousands of different scenarios were tested. The results astonished NASA scientists. The simulations clearly showed that if 3I/ATLAS maintained its current direction and speed, it would come very close to Mars within the next few months, and the likelihood of a collision was very high. According to NASA's report, 3I/ATLAS's speed is so high that it resembles a projectile, not just an ordinary asteroid. Normal asteroids move slowly through space, and their direction depends largely on the gravity of the planets. However, 3I/ATLAS is not only moving rapidly, but also changing its direction intermittently. This has deepened the question among scientists as to whether it is a natural object or is being controlled by technology. If it were to collide with Mars, the consequences would be devastating. NASA simulations showed that the impact would create a shock wave so powerful that its impact would spread thousands of kilometers across the Martian surface. Mountains would be shattered, deep craters would be formed, and everything on the surface would be destroyed. Furthermore, the debris from the impact could spread around Mars, altering its orbit. This would directly impact the balance of the entire solar system. This change could affect not only Mars but also Earth and other planets. NASA scientists say that this impact could completely alter Mars's atmosphere. The thin atmosphere could be destroyed or filled with new gas particles. Most dangerously, any secret bases or equipment on Mars would be completely destroyed. People are developing various theories on social media regarding this threat. The biggest question now is, if this collision occurs, will Mars be shattered forever? Or does NASA have a plan to prevent it, which is still hidden from the public? If this happens, it could prove to be the most devastating event in history. As news of 3 I/ATLAS's approach to Mars spread within NASA, tensions rose. Scientists and officials debated constantly. Some believed it was simply a natural phenomenon, but many senior scientists argued that the matter was far more serious. Closed-door meetings began in NASA headquarters, attended only by select individuals. No outsiders were allowed to attend these meetings, and their details were kept strictly confidential. The story became even more mysterious when emails and documents leaked onto the internet. These leaked files mentioned a top-secret operation within NASA, codenamed Project Shield. The true purpose of this project is unknown, but some emails hinted that NASA was preparing a major mission to stop or divert 3 I/ATLAS. Another name emerged in some documents, Red Dawn. This project is said to be even more secretive, involving not only NASA but also some U.S. military agencies. One day an audio clip went viral on the internet. It recorded a conversation between two NASA scientists. In this conversation, they were discussing the possibility of a 3 I/ATLAS collision. One scientist in a panicked voice says, "If this object really hits Mars, everything will be over. We have to do something to stop it." This audio created a stir on social media. People were convinced that NASA was hiding something serious. The question now arises, why is NASA working so secretly? If it were just a matter of science, they might have disclosed everything openly. But when the military's involvement began to surface, suspicions deepened. Is this just a scientific battle? Or is there something deeper going on behind it? Something the public will never know. Only time will tell what the truth is. As soon as news of 3 I/ATLAS reached social media, discussions erupted on Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube. People began sharing various theories. A particular thread on Reddit went viral, with thousands of users offering their opinions about the object. Some argued that NASA and Harvard scientists were hiding the truth from the public. They believed that it wasn't an ordinary asteroid, but rather part of highly advanced technology. Hashtags like hashtag 3 IATLAS, hashtag Mars Impact, and hashtag Alien Warning began trending on Twitter. People continued to question why NASA was so silent. The most attention-grabbing theory among these discussions was that 3 I/ATLAS was actually an alien ship. Many users shared photos of strange patterns and mysterious structures found on the surface of Mars, claiming that these were evidence of alien existence. They believed that this object wasn't coming from outside, but was launched by an alien civilization. Some even claim that NASA has high-resolution images that clearly show it's not a natural space rock, but rather a machine. Another theory that went viral on social media is that a secret alien base already exists on Mars. This base has been hidden for years, and 3 I/ATLAS may have been sent to prevent humans from reaching it. Some are calling it a kind of alien weapon sent to protect Mars or to intimidate humans. In several posts on Reddit, users created simulation videos demonstrating how the object can make controlled movements even after hitting Mars, as if it were being controlled remotely. Several YouTube channels also produced videos on this topic. Some videos claimed that individuals within NASA were leaking information. Many clips featured screenshots from NASA meetings, strange images taken on Mars, and mysterious footage from 3 I/ATLAS. Although it's not clear what's true and what's fake, it's only increased the suspense among people. People's reactions on Twitter were fascinating. Some called it a coming alien war, while others considered it a peace message from aliens. The biggest question now is this object coming to deliver a message, or is it a warning signal? Are these aliens sending us a message, or are they coming to attack? No one has the answer to this mystery yet, but discussions on social media clearly indicate that people now want to know the truth from NASA and the government, no matter how shocking it may be. A serious conflict had now erupted between Harvard and NASA regarding 3I/ATLAS. Harvard scientists believed that it was crucial to tell the public the truth. They argued that if the world learned that a major collision was imminent on Mars, or that this object could be part of alien technology, people and governments would be able to take action in a timely manner. They clearly believed that hiding the truth was a betrayal of humanity. On the other hand, NASA's stance was completely different. They argued that if this news were suddenly released, it would cause panic across the world. Stock markets would plummet, distrust between countries would increase, and ordinary people would make wrong decisions out of fear. Some top NASA officials also believed that revealing incomplete information was not yet clear, and it would be dangerous. They wanted to first fully understand the object themselves, and then gradually disseminate the information to the public. This disagreement further deepened the rift between the two organizations. Harvard scientists continued to pressure them to hold press conferences and share information with the media, but NASA prevented them each time. Gradually, politics became involved. Some powerful individuals and governments didn't want the truth to come out. They feared that if the world learned about aliens or the secret base on Mars, it would shake global politics. During this time, some strange events began to occur. Some Harvard scientists who had been vocal about their existence suddenly fell silent. Their social media activity ceased, and they ceased to appear in public. Even news of the disappearance of a scientist who had claimed, just a few days earlier, to have solid proof of 3I/ATLAS surfaced. These events made the situation even more frightening. Now the question has become even more dangerous. Are NASA and its powerful associates deliberately silencing the Harvard scientists? Are they silencing their own people so that the real truth never reaches the public? If this is so, then this is not just a scientific dispute, but the biggest battle for the future of humanity, and no one knows what its outcome will be. The images and data received from Mars over the past few months have surprised both scientists and the public. NASA's rovers and satellites have captured some strange structures on the Martian surface. These reveal shapes and patterns that appear unnatural. Some appear to be straight lines, while others feature triangular and circular structures. Many experts believe these could be remnants of an ancient civilization or advanced technology. Most puzzlingly, some of the images also revealed moving shadows. Shadows that slowly moved, as if something was moving. Meanwhile, some of the rovers sent to Mars suddenly began experiencing problems. NASA's Curiosity and Perseverance rovers sometimes shut down for no apparent technical reason. They reactivated after a few hours, but no data was received in the intervening time. These incidents became frequent, causing scientists to worry. Some experts suggest this could be due to natural interference, but Harvard scientists believe it's the work of an external force controlling these machines. Another mysterious phenomenon is that cameras on Mars sometimes suddenly go offline. Whenever significant or unusual activity occurs, the camera's signal is cut off. This pattern is so strange that people are now beginning to believe it can't be a simple technical problem. Questions are being raised as to whether someone is deliberately withholding footage from Mars. Users on Reddit and Twitter have created numerous theories based on these incidents. Some say NASA itself is hiding something, while others believe an alien civilization is trying to keep its existence a secret. Amidst all these incidents, some viral photos on social media further heated up the situation. One photo showed a very straight line on the surface of Mars, resembling a road or runway. The second image showed a giant shadow, possibly of a moving creature or machine. NASA hasn't issued an official statement on these images, deepening the mystery. It seems Mars wants to tell us a story, but no one is letting us hear it. Is this story about an ancient civilization, an alien base, or a sign of some major event to come? No one has the answer yet, but one thing is certain. The mystery of Mars has become deeper and more frightening than ever before. If 3I/ATLAS actually hits Mars, its impact won't be limited to Mars. According to NASA simulations, the shockwave and debris generated by the impact could spread throughout the solar system. Changes in Mars' orbit could also affect the gravity of other planets. This will have direct impacts on Earth, such as sudden changes in weather, satellite damage, and the failure of space missions. The biggest danger is that debris from this collision could float through space and reach Earth, causing small meteors to fall and cause devastation. The impact of this collision won't be limited to science, but it will also have a profound impact on Earth's politics. The future of space programs around the world could be in jeopardy. NASA, ISRO, ESA, and other space agencies have been working on their respective missions, but if this disaster occurs on Mars, everyone's focus will have to shift. Many important projects may have to be put on hold, and a significant portion of the budget will be spent on understanding and mitigating the impact of 3I/ATLAS. An even greater challenge will be the growing space race between major nations. The USA, China, and Russia are already competing to increase their power in space. If the 3I/ATLAS collision uncovers new resources or strange materials on the surface of Mars, this competition will intensify. Each country will want to be the first to land on Mars and claim ownership of these resources. This could increase tensions between countries, and the dispute could escalate from a mere scientific mission to a major political issue. Some experts believe that if evidence of alien technology or unknown material is found on Mars after the collision, the situation will become even more dangerous. In such a situation, no country will want its discoveries to be lost to another country. This situation could increase distrust and suspicion between countries to such an extent that a new space Cold War could begin. There is already tension between many countries in the world, and if the space race is added to this, the consequences could be disastrous. The question now is whether this collision is merely a matter of science, or could it trigger a major geopolitical conflict? Will this impending crisis unite nations or pit them against each other? Could it be that, under the pretext of 3I/ATLAS, humanity could be on the brink of another world war? No one yet has the answer to this mystery and threat, but it is certain that in the coming days, it could change the direction of both global politics and science. As news of 3I/ATLAS spread and the situation grew more serious, Harvard scientists decided it was essential to share the truth with the public. They realized that if people didn't know what was coming in time, the consequences could be even more dangerous. With this thought in mind, they prepared a clear message, which they presented to the world through a press conference. In this message, they clearly stated that 3I/ATLAS was no ordinary space object and was heading towards Mars. They also stated that NASA's data indicated a serious threat. The fear in the scientists' voices was palpable. They warned the world that something unprecedented in history could occur in the coming months. They stated that if this collision occurred, the impact would not be limited to Mars alone, but would impact the entire solar system. The Harvard team appealed to the public to pressure governments so that NASA and other agencies could take action in a timely manner. This was the first time a scientific team on such a large scale had directly addressed the public and attempted to raise awareness. But soon after, NASA issued its final statement. The tone of this statement was completely different. They stated that the status of 3I/ATLAS was being continuously monitored and there was no need to panic. NASA also stated that the possibility of a collision with Mars was very low and they could manage it. This statement was meant to calm the public, but many experts dismissed it as incomplete. People on social media also raised questions. If everything is normal, why is NASA holding so many secret meetings and hiding so much data? Harvard scientists believe that NASA did not explain everything clearly in its statement. They only provided the public with the information they wanted to. The real and complete truth may still be hidden behind the scenes. It became clear that something is being deliberately hidden from us in this entire matter. What they told us wasn't everything. The question now is, when will the rest of the truth be revealed? And when it is, will we be ready to know it? Perhaps this mystery is so profound that it could change the future of humanity forever. The story of 3I/ATLAS has been shrouded in mystery from the very beginning. When it was first spotted in deep space a few years ago, scientists thought it was an ordinary space object. But gradually, as new information emerged about it, everyone was shocked. Its strange speed, direction, and shape astonished everyone. Harvard scientists were the first to warn that it was no ordinary object. They tried to tell the public the truth, but NASA prevented it from being publicly disclosed. Since then, the mystery has only deepened. Subsequently, NASA ran several simulations on its supercomputers. The results were even more alarming. These simulations showed that 3I/ATLAS was heading straight for Mars, and if it collided, its effects would be felt throughout the solar system. Shockwaves, debris, and changes in Mars' orbit, all of these could affect Earth and other planets. However, NASA kept this information hidden and began working on its secret missions. Meanwhile, images from Mars shocked the world. Strange structures, moving shadows, and mysterious patterns appeared on the Martian surface. Rovers sometimes failed, and cameras went offline. Each time a strange event occurred, the live feed would stop at the exact moment. This further fueled the suspicion that someone was trying to prevent us from seeing the truth. People on Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube developed numerous theories. Some suggested that an alien base already existed on Mars, while others believed that 3I/ATLAS was actually an alien ship. The conflict between NASA and Harvard also became public. Harvard scientists repeatedly wanted to warn the public, but NASA continued to block them. Meanwhile, some Harvard scientists suddenly fell silent or mysteriously disappeared. This further fueled fears that NASA might be silencing its own people. This mystery spread even further on social media. Some viral videos showed strange footage of Mars, while leaked emails revealed secret NASA missions like Project Shield and Red Dawn. With each passing day, the story became more complicated. The matter was no longer limited to science, but also involved politics, power, and perhaps even aliens. And now, as we examine this entire story, we understand that this isn't just a story of a collision. It could be the beginning of a larger truth hidden between humanity and the universe. The story of 3I/ATLAS isn't over yet. The real mystery is just beginning. Perhaps in the coming days, we will have to face truths we're not even prepared for. Now it's time to pause this mysterious story and ask some big questions. After hearing the entire journey of 3I/ATLAS, what do you think? Is it just an ordinary asteroid accidentally heading towards Mars? Or could it be part of some advanced alien technology? Many scientists believe it's a natural phenomenon, but theories circulating on social media and strange images seen on Mars tell a different story. It's chilling to think that if this is alien technology, it means we're not alone in this universe. Another, even bigger question is NASA telling us the whole truth? From the beginning, NASA has maintained a tight grip on this matter. Sometimes the rover's cameras suddenly go offline, sometimes data disappears, and sometimes statements are issued that seem incomplete and confusing. When Harvard scientists tried to tell the public the truth, they were stopped. Some scientists suddenly disappeared or went completely silent. All of this deepens the suspicion that NASA has a truth they're hiding from the world. But why? Do they want to spread fear and panic, or do they have evidence that will change our thinking forever? Now it's up to you. Tell us what you think in the comments section. Is 3I/ATLAS really just an asteroid, or is there an alien connection? And what do you think about NASA's role? Are they giving us accurate information or hiding a bigger secret? Your answers will be crucial in understanding this mystery, so please share your opinions. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more mysterious content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, like this video and don't forget to press the bell icon so you'll be the first to receive notifications when we bring new updates related to this mystery. Your support empowers us to do more in-depth research and bring you more shocking truths like this. One last thing before closing. This story isn't over yet. Perhaps the truth will emerge in the coming weeks, or it will remain hidden forever. This mystery no longer concerns just Mars and 3I/ATLAS, but the future of all humanity. Whatever truth is revealed in the future could change our world forever. And yes, in the next video, we'll show you footage that NASA has kept secret until now. This footage may solve this mystery, or it will deepen it even further. The only question is, will NASA ever show us that footage? So stay tuned, because the real story is yet to come. And remember, in this universe, the truth is never as straightforward as we're shown.